Where did you get your education from?
I earned my bachelor degree from University of Wisconsin-Whitewater in Whitewater, Wisconsin, in, well, I better not date myself, but a long time ago. And then I earned my master's in education administration from Northern Illinois and my educational doctorate from Northern Illinois also.
What have you taught? Have you taught any classes, and do you have any administrative, have you had an administrative position before this?
I'll just briefly go over my background. I started my career actually in the Northern Illinois area in Johnsburg, Illinois, which is a K-12 system. I started as a 6th grade social studies, math, and reading teacher. And then I became a dean of students at a middle school. And I became, after that, I spent 5 years as an assistant principal at a high school. And then I spent 3 years as principal at Round Lake High School. And then I ended up in Brookfield, Wisconsin, which is right outside Milwaukee, as a high school principal 6 years. And the last 6 years I've spent as a superintendent of schools at Oak Lawn Community High School, District 229. And I've been in DeKalb now for approximately 2 months.
And then how did you hear about the superintendent opening?
Well, they're posted in postings through search firms. There are search firms that do searches for superintendents all over the state, all over the country. And the Illinois Association of School Boards was doing the search for DeKalb, and I knew the person doing the job, and I'd asked some questions. And then we started talking and felt that I might be a good match for DeKalb. And I was looking for a community like DeKalb to work in. I'm getting towards the end of my career, but I still have quite a few years left, and I wanted to find a certain kind of community that I could move to and live in and help build the programs. And so I was a candidate, and I'm happy to be here.
And what do you plan to do for the district as superintendent?
Well, the first thing that I need to do, I think you got to be real careful when you're the superintendent of school. There are a lot of positive things happening in DeKalb. Just one big example is the new building referendums. They're building a new high school, a new elementary. A lot of people in this community work very, very hard. The teachers in this community and the principals have worked very, very hard to get this district at a certain level. And so what I'm doing initially is just trying to learn as much as I can and try to really develop a really deep appreciation for everything that's happened here, because a lot of really good things are happening in DeKalb. Before I accepted the position, I had visited all these schools, all 12 of the schools in the district. And I was really impressed what was happening in the district. I was impressed what the teachers were doing, what the principals were doing, and our buildings are getting older. And so it was even more impressive to see what they were doing in terms of teaching and student learning with the facilities that are really, really outdated, which is why the community passed the referendum to build new buildings. So there's a lot of good things going on. With that in mind, after 2 months, what we're focusing on now, we spent a lot of time on, was getting a 5-year contract. We reached a 5-year agreement with our teachers, and I think that's huge for Oak Lawn as a school district, and it's very important to the community. It fits into this whole renewed DeKalb concept. It gives us 5 years to work together to improve student learning, to raise the standards for our students. So that's one thing we've already done in the first couple of months, and there have been a team of people that have been working on it for almost a year now, and it was very, very exciting to get this 5-year agreement. It's very important to our success at the school. I think the second thing we're going to focus on is strategic planning. We really wanted to start focusing our energy and time on student learning and what our expectations are of students here. The community has spent a lot of time over a long period of time trying to successfully pass a building referendum. And so now it's time, with the 5-year contract being over, to get everyone together, the community's key community people, the school board, administrators, teachers, and even students, and find out what our expectations are here of all the students. It's the next focus. So we're actually right now working on, with a facilitator, to have this strategic planning process completed as early as October, which will focus all of our energy, our resources on what we should be doing with kids. So that's real exciting. Probably a third thing that I really want to focus on is the efficiency of this organization. It's a large school organization, 12 buildings, 850 staff. And one of the things I think that my assistant superintendents and I agreed on is that we really need to operate better. We need to provide a better service to the community, to the parents, to the kids, from the district office point of view. We need to create an organization that's more efficient and is really focused, and all of our resources are spent on improving student learning. And that's going to take some time, so that's one of the plans, to begin really fine-tuning what we're doing in this district.
I know you said you had attended Northern Illinois University, so just how's it feel to be back in DeKalb then?
Well, when I was coming to Northern, I did the old-fashioned way, where you used to get in your car after work and drive down all the way through McHenry. I came from McHenry, so I'd drive down through all the back roads in the evening and take an evening course, one course at a time, drive home real late at night. And I actually really enjoyed that time. I always felt really comfortable on the Northern Illinois campus. The Northern Illinois' reputation, its very foundation, was built on teacher training. And to me, I always felt comfortable being on campus. I always felt that each department really understood that a lot of the people going through their programs were going to become teachers. So I always felt comfortable at Northern Illinois. I spent summers down here when I was taking 2 or 3 classes at a time. And then when I was in the second cohort that was created at Northern Illinois for the educational doctorate program. And the second cohorts met on Saturday, and we would meet all day Saturday, and you'd have 2 courses, and that was really helpful when you have a family and you're coaching or you're a principal. You spend a lot of time, so having a program on a weekend was very, very nice, especially when you're driving an hour and a half. But I always felt very comfortable with Northern. The interesting part of that is I always came through the back roads. So I came in from the north side of town, and I never really got into the downtown, never really understood where Sycamore and how the relationship was with DeKalb. So it's been interesting learning about the downtown area.
Okay, and then just what do you see in the future for the district?
Well, I think I have a very similar vision, and it's probably one of the reasons I'm here, and reasons I'm excited about being here is this whole idea of renewing DeKalb. I think that the community has recognized that it's time for us to step up and really rebuild the infrastructure of this community and provide the best schools we can for our kids. And I think it's healthy. I think what it is it's creating a healthy community for anyone who lives here. So I'm real excited to be part of that, because I feel like there's this synergy going on with the people in the community that really want to move this community forward. And I feel like I'm coming in on the baseline of this. So I think there's a really bright future in DeKalb. I believe if this vision that this group, Renew DeKalb, has, and the vision that the leaders at Northern Illinois have, and the vision that we have at school, if we can work together, it could be just an amazing community to be in. I think it is now, but I think there's some great opportunities here for us, and I think people in this community are feeling that. And so I'm excited to be part of it. It's going to be a lot of work. So everyone needs to roll up their sleeves. Everyone needs to be able to put in a lot of time and effort, but it's really possible to move us forward in a pretty good, timely manner. So,
anything else you wanted to add?
No, I'm just excited to be here. All the people in town that have welcomed me, I greatly appreciate it. Everyone's been friendly and helpful. If anyone knows or needs a home in Oak Lawn, Illinois, I have one for sale. So I need some help there. but I'm anxious to get a move into town and get a home in town. So the commute and the hotels are okay, but I'm looking forward to getting our home in DeKalb when we sell our house in Oak Lawn. So.